Hello everyone, we are back. Understanding Aquarius Ascendants. Okay, so last time in the first session we understood Sagittarius Ascendants, that is 9th zodiac in first house. After that, in the second video, we understood Capricorn Ascendants. Okay, now we are understanding Aquarius Ascendants. So, as we all know, the two bad signs, Scorpio and Aquarius. So if you are born in Aquarius Ascendant, first of all, you have done some bad karmas. Okay, that is why either your mind or your body is going to suffer something or is going to have a loss of something in your life. Okay, so first of all, it is necessary to have acceptance in your life. Okay, it is very much necessary to have acceptance in your life. Okay, in all matters. See, astrology is not about giving that warm shoulder to yourself that this good will happen, this bad will happen or not, this good will happen or not. Okay, astrology is about that understanding what is going to come to you, what is going to go from you, what bad is going to come to you, what good is going to go from you, what good is going to come from you, what bad is going to go from you. Okay. So it is always about accepting things first when you are into astrology. Otherwise, you are going to manipulate yourself completely, and you will always see the good features in you. You will not see the negative features inside your chart. Getting my point? So it is always necessary that you should see the both aspect. So for Aquarius Ascendant, first of all, it is very necessary to understand. See, first of all, being an Aquarius Ascendant, being any planet in the Aquarius sign, it means that you did some past bad karmas related to it. That's why you are going to lose that thing in your life. Okay, that is why the symbol is down. Okay, especially in Navamsha, D9 chart. In D9 chart, whatever planet is there in your Aquarius sign, you are definitely going to lose that in your life. Okay, whatever it is there. But let's talk about the D1 chart, the natal chart, with Ascendant as Aquarius. Now, what is Ascendant? Ascendant is your rising sign. Ascendant is the sign from which you are getting the basic characteristics. So, it might be possible that you might be using yourself in the process of life. Okay, see, this is a very deep analysis. You might be losing yourself in the process of life, which means whoever you are internally, whatever you are internally, whatever is your mindset, you are going to lose yourself in the process of life. Because what is Ascendant? Ascendant is your own personality. You are going to lose your personality whenever you are in the Aquarius Ascendant, or when the Aquarius Dasha is going on, or okay, in these two things. Okay. But let's not talk about Dasha and everything because it is far away, too much complexities right now. Right now we are talking about Ascendant. So Aquarius Ascendant, first of all, understand it is a highly possibility that you are going to lose yourself in the process of life. Some situations might turn up in that way that your original identity is lost. You will become a completely different person. Okay. Completely different person, especially after 34 years of age, or around 30 to 34. Okay, whenever your Saturn becomes mature. Getting my point? So, see, it is important to see all the good points and bad points together. And I am not like another astrologers that who is going to think that, oh, if I will say bad things about someone, they will hear my video, and after hearing my video, they will get demotivated, and I will get that karmic debt of being demotivating 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people. No, I am not that person. I am not that astrologer because I have Saturn as my Atma Karak. My soul is made up of Saturn. I am here to do justice. I am here to speak the truth out, and I am protected by Saturn. So see, I am going to speak it out. Whatever is meant for you. I am not going to get into the karmic depths just because you are not eligible into understanding your negative things or bad things. I am here to just to show you a mirror. This is you. So if you have this demotivated thing, okay, if you get demotivated, if you are not this strong hearted person, if you are not that strong mind person, and if you are having Aquarius Ascendant, please don't watch my video, okay? Turn down my video right now, because I am going to tell you a lot of negative things. And if you are not prepared about the negative things, please don't watch my video. Okay. So, first of all, whatever is in Aries, it is some kind of curse, some kind of bad deed you did. Okay. So, being born in the Aquarius Ascendant is more likely of a bad karma you did to somebody's mind. Okay. You might have psychologically harassed someone in your past life, or you might have killed someone in your past life, or you might have mentally killed someone in your past life. But exactly what you have did, we have to compare the D5 chart and D60 chart, but we are not talking about D5, D60 right now. Especially there might be some of the deeds, but we again have to see your Saturn and D60 chart, D5 chart, then we again have to see where it is placed, okay, where your moon is placed, okay. Everything else is your Karak Tithi we have to see, okay, so what kind of problems you did in your past life, Karak Tithi, the position of your moon between sun and moon axis, okay, so here is sun, here is moon, exactly between it is, whatever the moon phase is your Karak Tithi. So let's not go into so much detailing. First of all, the first house becomes Aquarius. The Lord of Aquarius is Saturn. With Saturn it is also Rahu. Okay. So Saturn in first house, as we always know, it is going to make you do things which you don't like. Especially Aquarius Saturn is going to make you do things what you don't like. Or whatever you like, you are going to lose interest in that thing in your life. You like painting, after a few years you will lose interest in painting. You like acting, after a few years you will lose interest in acting. Whatever that is present in Aries, you will lose whatever it is present in Aquarius as first house, you are going to lose interest. Now we again have to see the aspect of Saturn and Venus, and we are not putting plans right now. Okay. So it is possible that you lose interest in some of your passion. It is also possible that you lose interest in life. It is also possible that you lose interest in yourself. Okay, you become a humanitarian person who is like, okay, all I want in life is to do good for others. Okay, you will lose interest in yourself. Your own self does not matter to you anymore. Okay, that can also be possible. See, there are always good and bad things about something you lose. Okay, when you are losing yourself, you are becoming someone else. When you are losing the interest of yourself, you are you are gaining the interest of the surrounding. So with the cons, there are also pros. So there are both the things, pros and cons. So Saturn in the first house, especially in Aquarius, is definitely going to take you some of your interest away. Then very Saturn is looking to the 10th house to itself. What is the 10th house to the first house? 10th house to the first house is 10th house. What is the 10th house? 10th house is of your career, your social responsibilities, your circle, your friend circle. Okay, everything is related to 10th house. Now see, Aquarius Saturn, who is looking at the 10th house, which means one of your career is something which you have lost your interest in, or you might renounce your life. Okay, you might go into sannyasi after you have completed your life. Okay, after 50, 60 you might go into Himalayas and become a sadhu. Okay, it might also be possible. Or it might also be possible that after your retirement you take a path of charity, NGOs or something like that. It is also possible that even you take your career path related to NGOs and charity and everything like that. Some career path related to that. Possible. Because see, you are losing your interest in self. So now where is your interest? Your interest is in surrounding. When your interest is not in self, your interest is obviously going to be in the surrounding, or your interest will be in God. Okay, in one of the situation. But over here we are taking a generalized situation that if you are not having interest in self, we are having interest in the society, because the Saturn watches to the 10th house to itself. Okay, so you might be indulged into some charitable trust, NGOs. Okay, you might be handling all this stuff. Okay, and if you are an Aquarius ascendant and if you are confused that what is going on in my life, what should I do, why I am not focused in my career, where is my life taking me, and all such questions which are possibly hindering your brain, please choose a path where you are helping others. Be a part of NGO, open a charitable trust, okay, open some old age home, open an orphanage, okay, do such kind of things like charity and everything else, blood donation camp. Okay, choose any path you want related to social service. And I am giving you, if your Saturn is not malefic and if you are an Aquarius ascendant, if you choose a path of social service, you are definitely going to go ahead. Definitely. Okay. But your Saturn should not be malefic. Okay. Now second house, what is the second house? The second house is of Pisces. Now this is very good. Who is the Pisces Lord? Pisces Lord of Pisces is Jupiter. And Jupiter is watching to the 9th house from itself. Where is Jupiter watching? From second house. What is the 9th house from the second house? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again the 10th house. So see, now here you are collaborating. Second house is Lakshmi Sthan. Lakshmi Sthan as Pisces or with Jupiter is very good. Okay, so where is Jupiter watching of the Lakshmi Sthan? It is watching at the 10th house. So you have that luck to make enough money in your career if you indulge with social activities of 10th house. Moreover, the first house Aquarius is also giving you that disinterest in yourself. That is why when you are having an Aquarius ascendant and you are disinterested in yourself, you don't like to focus in your life, you don't like to focus in your career, you don't like to focus in yourself, you have lost interest in yourself, and you also need money to survive, and you also have that luck to gain money from the social environment. Then what is the common thing? The common thing is social service, dude. Okay, so 11th house, Aquarius ascendant, 11th zodiac in the first house, and Pisces second house with the Lord Jupiter, which is watching at the 10th house. 10th house of social life, 10th house of career, 10th house of social service. You are gaining money and achievement from social service. And when you do social service, you also like that. You don't lose the interest in that thing because it is not your self-interest. See, Aquarius in first house, you will lose your self-interest. You will not lose interest when it's not in yourself. Okay, getting it? So, that is the thing. The Jupiter of the Lakshmi Sthan watches the 10th house. You have that capacity to make money. Very good capacity to make money from your social affairs, from your social connections. But when you are not indulged into the self, when you are not indulged into the self-demand, okay, when you do social service, when you join an NGO, when you join a charitable trust, okay, anything like that. Third house. What is the third house? Third house becomes Aries. Who is the Lord of Aries? Lord of Aries is Mars. Okay, first of all, we again forgot Rahu of the first house, the co-lord of Aquarius, Rahu. Where is Rahu watching? See, first of all, the first house Rahu is going to give you immense manipulation power. Okay, first house Rahu is like, what you say, a master manipulator. If you are a first house Rahu person, you are a master manipulator. Okay, who had first house Rahu in our Indian politics? Lalu Prasad Yadav. Okay, what did he do? He did the Chara Gotala. Okay, can anybody think of the Chara Gotala? But he had the thing in my mind. He had the thing in the mind. Okay, Chara Gotala. Where is his thought? Okay, where is his thinking of how much manipulation he would be having? The Chara Gotala is like he asked the central government with crores and crores of money crores and crores of rupees for the food for cows. Okay. After that, he allowed all the cows to roam in the city and made a very good campaign to feed cows. So everyone is feeding cow. Okay, everyone is feeding cow. The whole state is feeding the cow. And whatever the crores of money which are coming just to feed cows and buffaloes, he is eating that money. Okay, can anybody think someone can earn money from the food of cows and buffaloes? Okay, so this is first house Rahu. You can't imagine what are the thinking in the manipulation process. Okay, you can't reach that level. Okay, only after somebody discloses that. Okay, only after somebody discloses them, then you realize, oh, this is what the person did. Okay, so see the first house Rahu. Where is the first house Rahu watching? First house Rahu is watching to the 5th house and 9th house to itself. Now, if Rahu is watching to the 9th house, now Rahu, whatever is in the 9th aspect of Rahu, Rahu wants to leave that thing. Okay, what is the 9th house? 9th house is of religion, dharma. 9th house is also of chanting and religion, everything. So if Rahu increases of that person, okay, he would lose the interest in spiritual thing, he would lose the interest in religion. It is going to make the person atheist, first of all, if Rahu increases. If Rahu is not increased and if Saturn is powerful in the chart, then you don't have to consider Rahu. We are considering Rahu only when the Saturn is in retrograde. Okay, or it is placed in a malefic planet or malefic house. Okay. So Rahu in the first house aspecting the 9th house. What will the person renounce? Person will renounce its religion. Person will renounce dharma. He will do all the adharma things. Okay, he will do all the things which are adharma, everything. And they might also justify it because Rahu in the first house gives that manipulation power. But if you control the Rahu, okay, if you control the Rahu and see that you don't have to you don't have to hide the 9th house. Okay, so what will you do? Rahu goes into the 5th house. Rahu watches the 5th aspect and you have to control that aspect. You don't have to remove that aspect. And 5th aspect is the aspect of fame. Okay, so when you control that Rahu, first house Rahu is also going to give you massive fame. It is going to make you famous because it is watching the 5th house. 5th house gives fame. Okay, so you just have to consider or you just have to make sure that the aspect of your Rahu is watching the 5th house and the aspect of your Rahu is not watching the 9th house. How to do that? Wear Gomti Chakras. When you wear a Gomti Chakra, you will control the 9th aspect of Rahu. And the 9th aspect of Rahu, the Rahu is going to drag himself and you are pulling that Rahu to the 5th aspect. Okay, from the 9th aspect, you are pulling that Rahu to the 5th aspect. That come back. Stay in the position where I can control you. Okay, that is why Rahu has two aspects. The 5th house and the 9th house from itself. Okay, till Rahu is watching the 5th house to itself, you can control the Rahu. As soon as Rahu is going away to the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th house, when Rahu is watching the 9th house, then Rahu is controlling you. Okay. So when Rahu watches the 9th house, Rahu is controlling you. But when you pull Rahu back from the 9th house and you pull him back to the 5th house, then at the 5th house you can control the Rahu, 5th house from itself. Okay, so 5th house from itself is the house where you can control the Rahu. And 9th house from itself is the house where Rahu is controlling you. Okay. So what happens is, you have to wear Gomti Chakras. With Gomti Chakras, you will pull Rahu from the 9th house to the 5th house. And first house Rahu, who is aspecting on the 5th house, is very good. It is going to make you famous. It is going to give you drastic fame. Okay, after the Rahu Mahadasha. Getting it? So, this is about the Rahu. Now we were on the 3rd house. Okay, what is the 3rd house? 3rd house is Aries. Who is the Lord of Aries? Lord of Aries is Mars. Now see, Mars positioned in the 3rd house. Is it good? It is neutral. Why? First of all, where is Mars? Where is Mars watching? Mars is watching to the 4th and 8th aspect of itself. Okay, count the 4th aspect. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is, Mars is looking to the 6th house of obstacles, diseases and enemies, and to the 8th house, which is going to 7 and 8, which is the 8th house. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 10th house. Sorry, 10th house. So one, the Mars is watching to the 6th house, and next the Mars is watching to the 10th house. So over here, if you don't control your Mars is going to the 10th house. 10th house Mars is good. 10th house Mars is good. Okay. So when Mars watches the 10th house, Mars watches the 10th aspect. Mars watches to the 10th house, which is its 8th aspect. Okay, then it is good. So in this perception, okay, when you are an Aquarius ascendant, don't try to control your Mars. If your Mars is not malefic, if your Mars is not sitting in a bad place, if your Mars is not with bad conjunction, don't control your Mars. Let your Mars do whatever it wants. Because Mars is exalted in Aries, and your Aries house is in the 3rd house. From the 8th aspect of your 3rd house is 10th house. When Mars is posited in 10th house, or it is aspecting the 10th house, it is going to give you good result. And it is also going to save you from the loss which is happening because of the 1st house, Aquarius. Who is going to cancel the Saturn? Mars. Nobody else is going to cancel the Saturn except Mars. And when you need to cancel the Mars, go and hug Saturn. Okay, he will cancel your Mars. And go and hug Mars, he will cancel your Saturn. Getting my point? So, this 3rd house is aspecting to the 9th house. Sorry, 10th house. Okay, 3rd house is aspecting to the 10th house, which is going to give you drastic abilities to do charity, worldly welfare. Okay, and if this Mars is bad, then it gives you war-like things. Okay, then you are interested in battles, army, warfare. Okay, all these kinds of fight, everything, street fights. Okay, so it can also be bad and it can also be good, but more likely I would suggest that being an Aquarius ascendant, you will lose your interest in self. And even if your Mars is bad, you are not going to be selfish. Now, if you are not selfish and if you are angry, you are not going to destroy yourself, you are not going to destroy others, you are going to destroy your surroundings. At the worst, your surroundings you are going to destroy. Okay, and when you destroy your surroundings, your 1st house Aquarius will always stop you. It will tell you that, why? Because you are again losing interest. It would be a selfish need. Getting my point? So, the Mars sitting in the 3rd house, which is aspecting your 10th house, which is also good, also bad, but more likely it is good. Okay, more likely it is good. And Mars aspecting your 4th house, it might give you some Mars related problems. Okay, it might give you some Mars related problems, and your enemies would always be gaslighting you. First of all, okay, gaslighting. They would always like wanting you to get angry. They like you to frustrate you. They like you to irritate you. Okay, you might have such type of enemies. Okay, and Mufat. Okay, they won't be your silent enemies. They would directly come on your face and try to irritate you, frustrate you, and do all these kind of things. Okay, so in that case, be calm, be composed. Don't get frustrated and irritated from your enemies. Don't speak anything harsh. Don't start fighting because somebody told you this, somebody told you that. See, it is more likely that people are going to say bad things about you on your face. Okay, they are going to tell you that you are this, you are that, you are that. They will try to pull your leg. Okay, they will try to pinch you. Okay, like mentally pinch you. Okay, they mentally would pinch you, and you will be doing that. But don't react. You have to learn to not react on people who are giving this problematic statements to you. You don't have to react to people who is gaslighting you, irritating you, frustrating you. Go away. Simply go away. Okay, that is how you will control the fourth aspect of Mars. Okay, and third house is also the house of support. So whenever you need support of someone, the people are going to come you. The people are going to come to you, and they are going to tell you that this is where you are wrong. This is how you will get support in your life. Okay, see, nobody is going to pamper you. Whenever you need support, the right people will come to you. But those right people will tell truth on your face. That see, this is what you did wrong. This was your fault. And if you get angry to those people, you will lose the people who support you. Because at one side, you are a lucky person because you are getting straightforward people who support you. Okay, so your supporters are going to come and criticize you and find your faults. Is it not the good thing? It is obviously the good thing. It is a very good thing. I myself can't find people who can come to me and criticize me so that I can learn. Okay, see, for me, Mars being in 12th house, I would have secret enemies. So people are going to be sweet on my face. Okay, so it is not a good thing for me. For you, people coming in front of you, people coming on the face of you, and people telling on your face that this is where you are wrong. This is a bullshit thing. You should not do this thing. Okay, this is what you are doing wrong. It was your fault. Okay, you are very lucky to have those people who directly tell on your face that it's your fault, so that you can bloody correct yourself. Okay, everybody does not have this fortune to have their supporters coming and telling on their face, this is where you are wrong. The real supporters are criticizers and speaker of truths, and you have those people. Okay, so whenever you need support and you go to someone and those people criticize you, find faults in you, tell you on your face that you are wrong, accept them. They are your real supporters. Don't get irritated, don't get frustrated. Your Mars is going to make you irritated, your Mars is going to make you frustrated, but those people are telling you the truth. Accept those people. You are lucky to have those people in your life. Okay, now second house will be Taurus. Fourth house will be Taurus. Fourth house for a Aquarius ascendant is Taurus. Okay, who is the Lord of Taurus? The Lord of Taurus is Venus. The Lord of Taurus is Venus, and Venus would be in the Digbal strength, which means you are going to get enormous love in your family. Everybody is going to love in your family. Everybody is loving in your family. Okay, everybody will kind of pamper you or do this, do that, except your Venus is positioned in a debilitated stand. Okay, if your Venus is debilitated, you will have problems in your family life. But if your Venus is not debilitated, if your Venus is exalted or normal or sitting anywhere, except it is in debilitated position, you are going to receive enormous love in your life. Enormous love from your family life. Okay, your family life, everyone is going to love you. Ready my point? So this was Taurus. I won't speak a lot about Taurus because that is a good thing, and you are lucky to have that. Okay, if your Venus is not debilitated, you are definitely going to get a lovable family environment. And I will also say that if your Venus is not debilitated, then you should always keep opal in your drawing room, in your house. And you might also have some good vehicle in your life. Okay, Aquarius ascendants, if your Venus is not malefic, if your Venus is not debilitated, you are going to have very good cars and bikes and anything like that. Okay, because Venus is also the karak of vehicles. Okay, next thing is the fifth house of children and faith. Over here it is Gemini. Okay, so first, more likely it is more likely that you would have a female child first. Okay, you would have a daughter first, until and unless your spouse is having Cancer in the 5th house or Moon in the 1st house. If your spouse is having Cancer in the 5th house or Moon on the 1st house, then your feminine and her feminine character would minus would become plus, and you might have a Sun first. Otherwise, it is like 85% sure that if you are Aquarius Ascendant, if your Venus is good, and if your spouse is not having 5th house as Cancer or Moon in 1st house, then you will definitely be having a daughter child. Okay. Plus, you will be more famous in opposite sex. Okay, like if you are a male, female in a female crowd, you will be famous. If you are a female in a male crowd, you will be famous. Plus, you would also have opposite sex co-workers and colleagues. Like if you are a male, more of your colleagues and business partners and people at your work would be female who are attached with you. If you are a female, more would be male. And all these colleagues would be good. Okay, they won't be bad. This is a very good stand. Okay, plus Mercury is watching to the 7th house from itself. The 7th house from itself is 11th house. They are also giving you love. Okay, they are also giving you good things. Okay, so it is always good for you to be around the opposite sex colleagues, opposite sex co-workers. Okay, because that is what is giving you profit in life. They are giving you love. Okay, so this is good. If your Mercury is not debilitated, and if you are Aquarius Ascendant, wear a panna, wear emerald, 100% it is going to give you effect if in Dashamsa D10 chart Mercury is not debilitated. Okay, only there. Otherwise, I am quite sure that Mercury will suit you. Okay, and it is definitely going to give you good result. We also forgot the aspect of Venus of the 4th house. Venus watches the 7th house from itself. The aspect of 4th house Venus is going to be on the 10th house. So you would get enormous love from the society. Okay, from the society you are getting enormous love. So this is another reason that you should go into the acts of charities, NGOs and all such things. Okay, because Venus is also aspecting the 10th house. Getting it? Now we talked about the 5th house. Now going to the 6th house. 6th house will be the house of enemies, diseases and obstacles, and it is ruled by number 4, which is Cancer. So in this case, it might be possible that your mother might be suffering from some chronic illness like diabetes, blood pressure or some kind of illnesses after she has given you birth. Okay, I am not telling you that you are the reason of your mother's suffering, but no, you might have placed as a children of a mother who is destined to have some chronic diseases. Okay, I will say it reverse. Opposite also true, but I am not being so much negative that it's your fault. Okay, both are equally in the Kal Chakra, both are equally attached to each other. Okay, so it is possible that your mother might be having some kind of chronic diseases like blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, for what the medicine is continuously going on. Okay, and it might also be possible that you might have some conflict of opinions with your mother, or when you were born there might be some complication at your birth, after your birth. It might also be possible. It might also be possible that you might have acquired some bad trait from your mother. If your mother is arrogant, that arrogance may have been came into you. If your mother is having some malfunction or deformity, the part of it may have come to you. Okay, it is possible that something bad has came from your mother into you, either your mindset or your body or anything. For that, I again need to see the moon. Where is the moon placed in your chart? Okay, moon and Jupiter both. But something bad has came into you from your mother. Might also be mindset, might also be some deformity, anything like that. And if you see where is moon watching, moon is also watching to the 7th house from itself. Okay, so moon is watching to the Adhanastan. Adhanastan. Not Adhanastan, Adhanastan. That is the 12th house. Okay, it means that your mother has, it means that you are first of all going to be very moody. Okay, like you are a very moody person, first and foremost, and only your mother can understand all your moods. This is the second thing. Third thing, your fluctuating mood is going to cause loss in your life. Okay, so don't fluctuate your mood. When your mood is going to fluctuate, you will have losses in your life. Okay, you will take blunders of decision, and neither one would be right. For this, I would advise you can also wear Gumti Chakra, but for that we again have to see if your Rahu is good, and we again have to see how your Jupiter is. But I would advise you a simple thing: drink water in definite intervals. Okay, by definite intervals I means drink water in every 2 hours. Every 2 hours, go and drink water. It is possible. It is the right thing that you would definitely see some changes in yourself. Okay, and you would be able to control your mood. But you have to make sure every 2 hours you are drinking some amount of water, and this cycle should not break throughout your life. Okay, that is why I was not giving this remedy, because this is throughout the life remedy. Okay, you always have to do this. Okay, get the thing inside yourself. Okay, make yourself adaptive to it. Okay, you have to drink water every 2 hours or 3 hours throughout your life, and make sure you do it till you die. That is how you will solve the problem of losses due to your mood swings. Okay, or you could have chant a specific mantra at the same time of the day, every day throughout your life, and that mantra should be of Venus, Shukra, because that is the water element. Water element is controlled, your mood is going to control. Okay, so any Shukra mantra, not any Shukra mantra, but Om Dram Dram Drim Sah Shukraya Namah. This is also one good mantra. But you have to do this chant 108 times. If you can't do that 108 times, do it 32 times. Okay, if you can't do it 32 times, do it 21 times. But do it on the same time every day. Same time. But for that, again, I have to see that your Venus is not debilitated. If your Venus is debilitated, you can't do this. Okay, so the easiest remedy is of water. Drink water every 3 hours or 2 hours throughout your life, every day. Okay. Then coming to your 7th house. Your 7th house is number 5. 7th house is Leo. Who is the ruler of Leo? The ruler of Leo is Sun. Now Sun watching the 7th house or sitting in the 7th house is going to create ego issues with your partner, or it is going to create small TikTok fights. Okay, small fights. Okay, or some ego clashes. So you have to take care that you don't do such kind of ego clashes. Again, the Sun is watching the 7th house from itself. Okay, what is the 7th house from the 7th house? The 7th house from the 7th house is the first house. Okay, so again, Sun watching your first house is also purifying your body, but along with purifying your body, it is also giving you like this kind of small diseases. Okay, you might have some small diseases in small intervals. Okay, you might have some fever, then again you might be suffering from cold, you might have some skin disease, and again it is going and it is giving you some headache. Okay, so one good thing is you are not getting any major disease, and one bad thing is that you are having a disease every year. Every year you will suffer from one minor disease. Okay, there won't be a single year that you would be totally healthy. Okay, કાંઈ નહીં તો છેલ્લે શરદી થઈ જશે એટલી બધી કે એમાં તાવ આવશે. Okay, except the Sun is present in the sign of Pisces. But in that case, your health will become better, but you would have bad luck in money and Lakshmi for the first half of your life. After your first half, you will be able to make some good amount of Lakshmi or money. Till the first half of your life, you will be having problem in accumulating money, but your health will be good in that case. Okay, so one pro, one con. Okay. Next, talking about the 8th house. What is the 8th house? 8th house is becoming number 6, which is Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Now, Mercury in the 8th house is not good. Okay. Plus, where it is watching to the 7th aspect from itself. It is watching to the Lakshmi Stan, Dhan Stan. Is it good? It is not good. Why? Because 8th house is the house of transformation. Why it is not good? You would be changing your income again and again. So, until and unless your Mercury is exalted, being a Aquarius Ascendant, until and unless your Mercury is exalted, don't go into business, go into a job. Why? Because if you go into a business and your Mercury is not exalted, you would continuously change your business from one to another, then to another, then to another. Okay, so you will be changing your businesses. First you will do this, then you will do that, then you will do that, then you will do that. So you won't be having the stable business sense. You will be flickering from businesses. Okay, you would be interested in this, then you do that business, then again you will change your business, then again you will change your business. Okay, like that. Or you will be dealing with share market, somewhere where the liquidity of money is so big. Okay, so you again have to deal with too much of liquidity, and everything is going up and down. Okay, so it is very good if you are going into share market. For share market holders, it is very good. But for that again, your Jupiter and Rahu should be good. If your Jupiter and Rahu is good and you are Aquarius Ascendant, you are very good at gambling. Okay, you would be having very good gambling luck. Okay. So, that is the 8th house. 8th house watching the 2nd house. If Jupiter and Rahu is good, you are good at gambling, you are good in share bazaar. If it is not good, don't go into business, go into job. But if your Mercury is exalted, then you can go into business. Okay. So this was the 8th house. Now talking about the 9th house. What is going to be the 9th house? 9th house is going to be Libra. And who is the Lord of Libra? Lord of Libra is Venus. Venus in the house of religion, Venus in the house of chanting, Venus in the house of dharma is good. Okay. It means it is giving you that ability that whenever you will chant a mantra, whenever you will chant something, you are definitely going to get result out of it. If your Venus is not debilitated. Okay. You are definitely going to get result. Definitely. Why? Because Venus is also speech. Venus is also your throat chakra. Now, your throat chakra is situated in the 9th house. Which means, whenever you will chant something, the Venus, which is the Karaka of speech, after Mercury, Venus is going to give you good result. Lord Shukracharya is with you, who had the drastic chanting power of Mahamrityunjay mantra. Okay, so Libra in the 9th house is very good. So whenever you will chant a mantra, you will definitely get the result. Okay, definitely the Lord will hear. Definitely something good will happen. Okay, so chanting a mantra is very good for you. Okay, plus Saturn is looking to the Guru Updesh, the 3rd house. Where Venus is looking to the Guru Updesh, which is the 3rd house. So now you are getting support from the chanting, you are getting support from religion, you are getting support from temples, you are getting support from priest, you are getting support from pujari, from everything which is related to religion, you are getting support. So Aquarius Ascendants, when you are born, with some bad luck and curse because you are born in Aquarius Ascendant. What is the best thing you have? The best thing you have is the 9th house, Libra. Because whenever you will pray, you are getting support. Whenever you will pray, you are getting support. Whenever you will pray, you are getting support. Okay, 3 times I have told you. Aquarius Ascendant, whenever you will pray, you will 100% get support. Go and serve to pujaris, go and serve to pandit, go and serve to what you say in dargah, go and serve in any religious place. Okay, any religious place, go and serve to priests, go and serve to churches, any god you believe in, go and serve to God, and wherever, whatever religious task you will do, you will always flourish. Always. Okay, now the 10th house. The 10th house is the house of social interactions, house of your career. What is the 10th house over here? It is Scorpio. As we all know, the second bad sign is Scorpio. Scorpio is poison. So one of your career choice is always poison. Okay, so what you choose as career is always poison. You have to stay around people you don't like in your career. Okay, so if you choose to be a advocate, okay, so then you would be around criminals. If you choose to be a policeman, then again you will be around criminals. If you choose to be a psychiatrist, then you will be around madmen. Okay, psychopaths. So whatever career choice you are making, you are going to be around the people you hate. Because that is wish. It is giving you poison in life. What is giving you poison in life? The environment of your career is giving you poison. It might also be possible that your office staff is nagging you, is gaslighting you. It is creating a very bad environment. Okay, so in your career environment is creating a trouble for you, which is not very good. Okay, so for that I would advise you that you should worship the Gauri avatar of Parvati. She can help you. Okay, worship the Gauri avatar of Parvati. Okay, do Gauri mantra, especially the Gauri avatar of Parvati. That is going to help. Apart from that, I would be wanting to see your Mars position, whether it can destroy your enemies, or your Saturn position, whether it can sustain your enemies. But that is again on the planets. I won't be getting into it so far. Now, who is the Lord of Scorpio? Lord of Scorpio is Mars and Ketu. Where is Mars watching? Mars is watching to the 4th and 8th house to itself. Okay, what is the 4th house from the 10th house? 1, 2, 3, 4. Mars is watching the 1st house, which is making you angry. Okay, anger issues. Because Mars in your head is going to create your anger issues. So 10th house Scorpio is going to keep you frustrated somehow. But the 4th house, as always I say, the 4th house is something you have to control. So your task is to control your anger inside your head. Don't control your anger once it has came out. Control your anger when it is inside. Control your anger inside your head. Don't give bad words to people inside your head. Don't fight with people inside your head. And most important, don't fight with yourself. This is very much important. Okay, see, this is very important. Don't fight with yourself, because it is going to give you a tendency to fight with yourself. Don't fight with yourself. You would be having that opposite thoughts in your mind, but don't fight with yourself. Okay, never. Accept the things you are having in your life. Okay, first, see, this is the 2 things why you would be having lack of acceptance in your life. Aquarius Ascendant. First of all, being an Aquarius Ascendant. Secondly, Scorpio in the 10th house, which is watching the 1st house. Okay. Now what is the eighth aspect of Mars? Eighth aspect of Mars would be 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, which is the 5th house. You see, it is good. See again in this aspect, see, nor you have to control the Mars of Aries, neither you have to control the Mars of Aries, nor you have to control the Mars of Scorpio. When Mars is getting more and more increased in your life, it is giving you very good result, whether it is from the 6th house itself, whether it is from the 10th house itself. So you have to bloody increase your Mars. But if your Mars is debilitated, dude, you are too much of pissed. Then you are gone. Because first of all, you are an Aquarius Ascendant. The only planet that is going to save you is Mars, and even Mars is debilitated. Oh my God, I don't know what you did in your past life. Either you have killed someone, did a massacre, or you would be a criminal, or you did a suicide. Okay. Because suicide is also very bad karma. Right? So because of this thing, you might be having a debilitated Mars with Aquarius Ascendant, and then you are going to have a very difficult life. Okay. Especially your first half would be difficult. Especially. Till 28, very bad. Suffering, pain, very bad. See, I told you, I will say the truth. If you are getting demotivated, please don't watch my video. But unlike others, I am having the Saturn. My Saturn is giving me the ability that go and speak the truth out. It is your job to speak out the truth. It is your job to help. Whatever happens, he would balance it. So, I am obviously going to say the good and bad thing both. If you don't want to hear the bad thing, please shut down the video, go away. Tata bye bye, Shubhratri. Okay. So, the 8th aspect is also good. So, if you are Aquarius Ascendant, Mars is going to help you. So, your Mars, if it is good, Mars is definitely going to help you very, 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 very much. Okay. The next is Ketu. Now, Ketu is the opposite cycle. You have to count reverse. The 5th and 9th aspect. What is the 5th aspect from the 10th house? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th house. Ketu is watching the 6th house. Is it good? No, it is very bad. Your enemies are taking your energy away. You are spending too much time in your enemies. You are spending too much time in your enemies. So, it is a very difficult task. Ketu watching the 6th house. After it, where is it watching? It is watching to the 9th house. What is the 9th house from itself? 7, 8, 9. The 3rd house. Again, it is watching the 3rd house. Is 3rd house good for Ketu? Yes, it is good. But again, until and unless your Ketu is placed with Jupiter or Mars, it is going to give you bad result. But if your Mars is strong and if you wear a red coral, then again all the malefics of the Ketu will go. Okay. If you want to screw Ketu away from your life, you have to increase Mars. But for that, Mars should be good. Okay. So over here, Aquarius Ascendant is not getting too much of support from Ketu. But if you have Jupiter or Mars in conjunction with Ketu, or in aspect of Ketu, or your Jupiter and Mars is very good, then you can control your Ketu by wearing Jupiter or Mars. Okay. First choice would always be Mars for Aquarius Ascendant. Okay. Now, looking to the 11th house. What is the 11th house? 11th house is number 9. 11th house is number 9, which is Sagittarius. Who is the Lord of Sagittarius? The Lord of Sagittarius is Jupiter. 11th house having Sagittarius, Jupiter, which means if you study, if you make a career, if you study very well, you are going to make enormous amount of money. I will write it. If your Jupiter is not debilitated, if your Aquarius Ascendant, go study. You can be IAS officer. Until and unless it is debilitated in the 10th Dasamsha. Okay. So Jupiter is giving you a very good yoke to study. Study as much as you want. Study well and you will get very good career out of it. Okay. But your Jupiter should not be malefic, first of all. If your Jupiter is malefic, then you can have some obstacles in your study life. But I am not saying that you'll not be able to study. No, just obstacles. You have to jump those obstacles. Okay. And if your Jupiter is good, it is not debilitated, you can also wear a Pukhraj. And if your Rahu is good and Jupiter is also good, then don't wear Jupiter. Then wear Rahu in the Jupiter finger. Okay. See, if your Jupiter is good and Rahu is not good, then you can wear Jupiter in the index finger. That is Pukhraj in the first finger. But if your Rahu is good and also Jupiter is good, both are good, then what you have to do? Then wear a Gumti Chakra in the first finger. Which means now from Jupiter, you are controlling that first house Rahu. Because both are good. Now you will have 2x benefit. 2x benefit. Okay. Mark this point. This is my personal advice. This is my, what you say, I can give it in return. I am very good at gemstones. Okay. So if you are an Aquarius Ascendant, if your Jupiter is not debilitated, if your Rahu is good, don't wear Jupiter, don't wear Rahu. Wear a Gomti Chakra in gold ring in Jupiter finger, your index finger, and you will have 2 to 3 times good money, good fame. You will have both the things. You will have fame in your life, you will have money in your life. But neither in D9 chart or D10 chart, in neither of these two charts, Jupiter should be bad or Rahu should be bad. Okay, if Rahu is bad, that is okay, but Jupiter should not be bad in neither D9 nor D10. Okay, then I am giving you in return, wearing a Gumti Chakra in gold in first finger is definitely going to give you enormous amount of good result. Okay, and where is Jupiter watching from the 11th house? The 9th house to itself. Okay, Jupiter is aspect to the 9th house. What is the 9th house from the 11th house? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jupiter is watching the 7th house. It is very good. Even for your spouse connection, you are getting Akash Tattva from your spouse. Your spouse is giving you Akash Tattva. Your spouse is giving you so much of Jupiter energy. Okay, Jupiter aspecting in the 7th house, you are getting Akash Tattva from your spouse. You are getting knowledge from the spouse. Your spouse has become your guide. Your spouse is always guiding you in your life. You are having a very good spouse. But one thing is clear, you always have to take guidance from your spouse. You don't have to contradict your guidance of the spouse. If your spouse is saying do this thing, do that thing, be under the authority of your spouse, always. Then you will always get good result. So your sole task is, if Jupiter is aspecting the 7th house or if Jupiter is in the 7th house, be inside the authority of spouse. Okay, do whatever your spouse says. Okay, be that person who is like oriented towards their spouse, because your spouse is going to be your guide. If you do whatever your spouse says, then you are going to definitely get a very good result if your spouse is not having a bad Jupiter. Okay, so first of all, find a spouse with good Jupiter. Secondly, do everything what they say. Okay, everything what they say. Okay, even though you don't like it, you have to do whatever they say, because that is the good for you. They are giving you Akash Tattva. You have to do what they are saying, and you will always get ahead and ahead and ahead in life. Okay, but if you contradict them, then there will be a problem. Okay, and the last house over here is the 12th house. What is the 12th house over here? 12th house is Capricorn. Who is the Lord again? Lord of Capricorn is Saturn. Now Saturn positioned at 12th house is also good, also bad. If Saturn is in the 12th house or aspect in the 12th house, it is going to destroy your enemies, harm your enemies, completely your enemies are going to suffer. And very Saturn watching to the 10th house from itself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Saturn is watching to the 9th house. So again you are getting benefits from religious places, religious chanting of mantras, priests, pandits, okay, anyone who is related to all the religious places. Okay, so if you go and service and clean the temples, okay, if you go and service and clean the dargahs, okay, clean any religious place and you will have good things in your life coming. Okay, what you have to do, you just have to go into temples and all these religious places and go and clean them. Whenever you will clean them, you will have all the good luck coming to you. Okay, so go and clean all the religious places around you and you will definitely going to have good luck in your life, definitely. And all your enemies are going to suffer 110%. Okay, so this was Aquarius Ascendant, something good, something bad. Usually Aquarius Ascendant has more bad and less good, but this is what the reality is. And I have also given you so much remedies, so much ways how to tackle from your life where you are stuck and how to get out from where you are stuck. Okay, so anything related to astrology, anything related to consultancy, anything you want from your analysis wherever you are stuck, visit my website vedicvidata.com. Link is given below. If you want any counseling, WhatsApp me, go into the comment zone. Okay, and we are coming back with the Pisces Ascendant tomorrow. Okay, with Pisces, that is the 12th zodiac in the first house. But for today, Aquarius Ascendant, it was a very good session. Thank you everyone.